The trade deadline is here, things have been crazy around the league, and there's still more than a month to go in the season. This week on the Sportsnet Power Rankings, we are throwing hard numbers and analytics out the window. It's time for a vibe check. There's a handful of Eastern Conference teams that have to feel great about what they've got going on right now. The New Jersey Devils have this step forward season, then they go out and get Timo Meier without giving up an A prospect. Definitely good vibes in Jersey right now. Same thing with the Leafs, where Kyle Dubas makes not one, but two big trades to get Ryan O'Reilly and Jake McCabe, as well as a couple forwards who can help a little further down the lineup. Boston's been a bear all year. Then they go out and make two adds that seem like perfect fits in Dmitry Orlov and Garnet Hathaway. The only fly in the ointment for these teams is they have to figure out a way past each other. I know we said no math on this episode, but only one team can make it through the Eastern Conference death trap. Now vibes, like emotions, they can be a little mixed. And I think one team that's going to be fascinating to watch in the next 4 or 5 months is the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg is having a surprisingly strong season. We've seen a great breakout from Josh Morrissey, Connor Hellebuck is in top form, and they already made a nice little addition to the forward group in Nino Niederreiter. Still, this team could face a peaking Colorado Avalanche squad in the first round. What if that winds up in a 4 or 5 game loss? Now suddenly you're thinking about how Mark Scheifele, Hellebuck, Blake Wheeler, even Pierre-Luc Dubois can all become free agents in the summer of 2024. Hey, maybe the Jets have a great playoff showing and the band stays together for a few more years. Regardless, there's just a few different forces at play in Manitoba right now. You might think the vibe in a place like Columbus would be awful. After all, they're a last place club scuffling through a miserable season. That said, there are a few positives here, even beyond the obvious one, that the Jackets stand a pretty good chance of drafting a new franchise center in a few months in the form of Adam Fantilli or Leo Carlsson, or, we'll see, maybe even Connor Bedard. This team has also been decimated by injury, including one to blue line stud Zach Werenski. Johnny Gaudreau still kind of finding his way in year one in Ohio, while Cole Sillinger, boy, he's been blasted by the sophomore jinx. Put it this way, next September, the Jackets could be talking about a new franchise center, a healthy Werenski, a bounce back from Sillinger, maybe a step forward from young pivot Kent Johnson, as well as their 2022 first rounder, David Jiricek, who looks like a stud in the AHL this year as a rookie. Bad record right now? Sure, but maybe not the worst vibes. One place things feel unconditionally off right now is in Calgary. Boy, this roster makeover GM Brad Treliving was forced into just hasn't panned out so far, and the Flames are going to be in real tough to make the postseason. They're in no man's land right now, and that's just not a place you want to be. I still think this roster could work for the Flames long term, but right now, not much in the way of good vibrations in southern Alberta. Now let's get a look at the full ranking. Man, how good are the vibes in Colorado right now? The defending champs are making their charge and could yet wind up with home ice advantage throughout the Western Conference playoffs. The losses are piling up in Big D, so things are a little more uneasy right now in Dallas than they've been at any other point this season under first-year coach Pete DeBoer. Changes in the air in Nashville, and that always carries a bit of excitement. There's no doubt the Preds have grown stale under longtime GM David Poile. So let's see what happens when Barry Trotz becomes the top voice in the organization. Boy, it's gotta be bad vibes in Philly. Not the best lottery odds, not a great prospect pool. Where does this team go from here? All right, I'm Ryan Dixon, only good vibes here, and if you want to keep it that way, come back very soon and all season long for more Sportsnet Power Rankings.